Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. Today I want to share the story of how I learnt to meditate. So going back a few years, February 2016, I took a flight all the way from Singapore to San Francisco, arriving early in the morning and heading over to the conference hall for what was going to be a big 2-day leadership conference at the company I was working at. And I was expecting all sorts of product updates and sales talk, but what happened next was rather fascinating. A monk arrived on stage, and his name was Brother Spirit, I'll never forget. And he told an incredible story about he was a British composer, and over time started attending retreats at a place called Plum Village in France, and ultimately decided to move to France and then move into the monastery and become a monk. And he talked about this notion of mindfulness. Now, I remember sitting in that audience a bit tired, hungover, jet-lagged, not feeling very mindful at all, to be honest. So I paid attention and I was quite fascinated. Brother Spirit said that he'd made mindfulness his number one value in life. Now, I wasn't entirely ready to do that, but I was ready to explore what mindfulness and meditation was all about. So I left that conference feeling rather inspired that I was onto something, and I did my research and I decided to learn to meditate. Now, there's a bit of a difference between mindfulness and meditation, which I'll talk about in another video, but on that day, February 22nd, 2016, inspired by Brother Spirit, and I'm very grateful for Salesforce, the company I work for, that made well-being such a big priority for their staff and dedicated the whole first morning of that conference to what is such an important subject. And it's led me to continue practicing that meditation technique, and now I have the privilege of teaching it to people who were just like me back there in that conference room, wondering how do I deal with all the stress and anxiety and overwhelm that I was facing back then. So that's my story. That's how I discovered meditation. I look forward to sharing more with you in the coming days. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.